Hey beautiful souls, welcome back. Today I wanted to show you how the Akashic Soul Alchemy Oracle actually works. Not as a standalone card draw, but as a complete healing system that takes you from the surface symptom straight to soul level understanding and healing. Most Oracle decks give you a single card or a single message, but this deck is very, very different. It's built on a framework of soul wounds, the deep ancestral, karmic, or subconscious patterns that are quietly running your life. And when you work with it in a reading, the cards build a story. So let me show you what that looks like. So as I was getting ready to record, I simply asked the cards to give me 7 cards for a soul wounds reading. Okay, so this is what's come up. So this is what we are going to work with. And what I find with these cards is they always give you a story. They never ever disappoint. Now I haven't changed the cards around. I'm literally reading them as they are to show you how this works. So the first question within the reading is, what is blocking you right now? And the card that came up is Karmic Relationships. So this card is the pattern that is repeating in your relationship dynamics. So the same lessons, the same disappointments, but they're showing up in different faces. So this is the surface block, right? This is the block that keeps repeating itself, right? So this is something that can be really, really exhausting when we have relationships that, you know, even if we end a relationship, then we're attracting the same thing because we haven't learned the lesson that this relationship came in to teach us, right? So within a reading, I do go deeper than this, but this is just a very quick example. So card 2, how is that showing up in your life? And interestingly, it's about lack and scarcity. Now, lack and scarcity isn't just about money, right? This is what is coming up in your day to day. So the karmic relationship pattern isn't just emotional, it's showing up as a feeling of not enough, not enoughness. So not enough love, not enough support, not enough abundance. And scarcity becomes the daily experience of that unresolved karmic loop that you are going through. Okay, so this could be any kind of scarcity, and it may, you know, show up in your money as well, right? Because if you're not in a place where you are receiving love and acceptance and, you know, all of those things, then it has a tendency to affect our money. So although lack and scarcity isn't directly around money, it is about not enough. Okay, then interestingly, the prostitution wound came up, and this is what is the root cause. Now when I see the other 2 cards, this obviously makes massive sense. So this is the wound that is running underneath everything. This is the wound that causes these daily patterns, right? So the prostitution wound is about self-betrayal. It's about trading your authenticity for safety, right? For safety, approval, love, survival, acceptance, belonging, all of those different things. So those karmic relationships and that scarcity, they trace back to this pattern of giving yourself away to be kept safe rather than being met and rather than being valued. Now, when we're holding on to the prostitution wound, that has a massive impact on our money, on our income, right? Because we're trading parts and pieces of ourselves for that love, acceptance, and all of those things. So that means that you overgive and all of those things. So ultimately that has an impact on your money, right? And how you receive. So the next question was, what needs or what is ready to be released? And we have the vows of poverty. Now, again, you know, this can be very much linked to money. If we have made a vow to live in devotion or to live in service or to live in poverty, right, as a form of protection. So maybe, you know, I will not hold any abundance. I will give everything away. I will keep myself small. All of those things are vows, okay? And of course, I vow to live in poverty is a big one. And when we're living in poverty, right, we're living in scarcity and lack, right? So although this is linked to money, it's also linked to the love you receive, the attention you receive, and all of those things. So this has been running in the background, right? It keeps you in the prostitution wound pattern, keeping you giving yourself away. And this is what is ready to be released right now. So this is one part of the prostitution wound, right? So what is ready to be integrated? We have soulmates. So this is the companion to what is ready to be released. But soulmates isn't just about romantic love. It is about the souls that come to teach us something. In this case, this soulmate card is teaching you that it's time to put yourself first. It's time to honor your own worth, right? You've given everything away with the prostitution wound. This card is reminding you that, you know, not every relationship is karmic. There are relationships that come in that are loving, that are here to help us to grow and expand without perhaps being quite so destructive, right? Every soulmate that shows up is a mirror, right? A teacher showing you what it looks like to be valued, to be chosen, and to matter as well. And now it's time to offer that same devotion to yourself, right? When I saw this card come in, for me, it's very much, you know, how we treat ourselves is how we get treated by others, right? So this is telling you that what needs to be integrated is your relationship with yourself as your own soulmate, worthy of your own love, worthy of your own protection, and worthy of your own abundance. So the next card is the outcome or the potential, and we have money alchemy, right? So this is what becomes possible when the vows loosen and when you integrate your own worth as your own soulmate, right? Money itself transforms. When we're releasing the grips of the prostitution wound, money changes, right? It stops being tangled up with sacrifice and service, and it becomes something that you can work with, that you can alchemize, that you can transform as energy, as flow, as something that's yours. And then card 7 is like a follow-up, a clarity, and this is where you get the opportunity to ask any questions. Obviously, within a reading, I go into a lot more detail than this. This is just to show you the positions of the cards and how they come up and how we can look at the positive side or the light side and how we can look at the shadow side to be able to understand the story that the cards are telling us. So I just asked for a follow-up card, which was Divine Healing. And this confirms that the path forwards is the healing that needs to happen. This is record level confirmation that the healing is supported, right? That this isn't work that you are doing alone. There's a higher current moving through you with this, right? So you are being supported. You have the help of your ancestors, of your guides, of the Akashic guides as well, to help you to move through all of this. So when we look at the cards, we have the karmic relationship. So maybe, let's say, for example, the toing and froing of a relationship that really isn't in alignment with you. You feeling not enoughness, so not enough love, not enough support, and all of those different energies with scarcity and lack. They are linked to the prostitution wound, where we give parts and pieces of ourselves away for approval, acceptance, belonging, love, safety, and all of those things. The vow of poverty is also ready to be released, okay, and that keeps us in this energy of not having enough. This keeps us in the energy of scarcity, whether that's money, love, acceptance, and those kind of energies. And then the Soulmates card has come in this spread to tell you that there are soulmates around you that will support you, and they have come to be a mirror to you. But also within this spread, this is about being your own soulmate, right? And giving yourself all of the things that you have lacked in the relationships that you have been in, right? So that could be romantic relationships, partnerships, business, family. Okay, it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, but this is telling you it is time to be your own soulmate. This card is very much about what the transformation or what is possible for you, and this is about really alchemizing, transforming your energy. The more that you work with yourself, the more that you feel safe, the more that you release the prostitution wound, the more money you can call in. But not only money, right? It's about the energy and the energy that you call in, and divine healing will help you to do that, right? So within the cards, we have a really deep story there to help you to move forward. So if you can see how this builds, right, a relationship pattern led to a sense of being in lack, right? And everything there, the cards is telling you like your next step. So this is something that you can do with your own deck, right? I guide you through lots of readings with the deck and with the journal to help you to really dig deep. Like I said, this was a very quick story. Normally, like my readings are about 45 minutes to do a soul wound reading. And of course, that gives you the opportunity to ask questions as well. So you can do this work yourself with the deck and with the journal. And working with the deck, it really gives you the opportunity to connect deeply into the cards and the message that they give you. Or I can do a reading for you. Now, within the deck, I wanted to show you this. So, I opened it on Vows of Poverty. So within the deck, you get the guidebook, and it tells you like the essence of the card. It tells you the meaning. It gives you the shadow aspect, which we've talked about today. It gives you light activation so that you can start to change things. It gives you reflection so that you can really understand and gain the clarity that you need. It gives you an embodiment ritual and an Akashic insight. So each card goes really, really deep. This is not surface level readings. This is all about initiation, remembering who you are at a soul level, and the steps that you can take to help you to get there. So please let me know if you have any questions on the deck, or if you'd like to book a reading with me so that I can take you through a soul wounds reading. Please find the link below. You'll find the link to my booking page and a link to the deck as well. So thank you for joining me. The Akashic Soul Alchemy Oracle isn't just a pick a card, get a message deck. It's a healing system. If this resonates, grab a deck. I actually only have 30 decks left from the first print run. So if you want to grab one of those, do grab that quickly. And if you're ready for a guided reading, I would be honored to guide you. You are not broken. There is simply something deeper waiting to be seen. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Ciao for now.